Today I'm taking a look at the CHIVALZ Slushy machine. So it's kind of cool. They actually gave us a little cookbook for it. And we got our quick start guide and we got our full instruction manual. Now it does say here on the top that we want to make sure that this is standing upright for at least 2 hours before we start using it. And the reason for that is because this does use refrigerant in it. And anything with refrigerant, doesn't matter if it's your refrigerator or your air conditioner or whatever, you always want to make sure that it's standing straight up. So I've already had this standing straight up. And to avoid the delay, I'm just going to cut the box just so I can pull it out without having to tip it over. So that is a pretty fancy little slush machine. So it does have a bunch of tags with tips all over it to make sure that you're making a quality slushy with it. Looks like we got our door on the top so we can use that to fill it. Everything appears to be taped up to make sure it's not banging around in shipment. This is interesting. Our dispensing nozzle actually spins to the right. I'm used to them being kind of like a pull thing. This is actually nicer so we can open that guy up. Now we don't have to hold anything. We do have to remember to put it back up when we're done, but just remember to put it back up when you're done. Now this is another thing that I like. So this actually has a lever to pull our tank out. On larger slushy machines, you actually have to lift the whole thing and then pull it out. This, I think, is a much better design. So here's our auger. You can see that that just slides right off. And that has a triangle pattern head there in the center. That will line up with this drive shaft to spin it. The rest of the surface on here is just going to be for cooling down the liquid. So I like that everything breaks down nice and easily. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to take this tank and this auger. I'm going to wash these off and wipe this off. So they come with a few accessories. We've got a cleaning brush. So I'll have to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And we've got our drip tray. So that's just going to sit right there. So you can see we got some fill lines. This is the minimum fill line. We got an ice cream level and we got a max fill of 54 ounces. So I'm going to be using lemonade. The main reason I'm using lemonade is because I like lemonade, but more importantly, we need to have something with sugar content. So I have heard of people that have made slushies with sugar-free content. Sugar will help to make sure that this doesn't turn into a solid block of ice. Okay, we are at the max fill line and plug it in. So it does have a display. Currently it is set to off. We have our presets here on the right. We have our manual setting here on the left. Go ahead and turn it on. And we'll set to slushy. So right now by default it's going to set it to 28 degrees Fahrenheit. And we can see right now we're at 47 degrees Fahrenheit. So the one thing I can definitely say that I like about it right now is that it's not very loud. We don't have the big fans in the back or anything like that. That's going to cause noise. So if we're trying to like watch a movie or something like that, we want to just have some slushies on the side, this is going to be a very pleasant machine to have. So I'm going to let that guy run for a little while and I will come back to it. So it's been about 15 minutes or so, and I'm definitely seeing cubes starting to develop on there. So one of the nice things about it, you don't have to add any ice to it. This is going to do everything for you. It's going to chill it, it's going to spin it. We're already at 30 degrees. That is excellent. So I'm just going to give this a little longer, and we'll come back to it. So it's been about 30 minutes. We are getting a lot of sloshing going on. And I can even see in the back where it is actually taking all of the slushy material and it is pushing it toward the front. So we basically got ourselves a slushy right now, but it says 29 degrees. I'm going to wait for it to get all the way down to the 28. Okay, we are at 28 degrees. I'm not sure exactly at what point it got there. We got some condensation right here forming on the top, but it has pushed everything to the front. This looks to me like a slushy. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Oh, that is cool. Nice, solid slushy. That tastes really good too. Very cold. So I think if I was going to do this again, I would probably just run this thing to 29 degrees. Make it a little bit thinner, but it's a nice thing about having your own slushy machine. You can set it to whatever you want. You want it to be a little bit more runny, you can do that. You want it to be a little bit more solid, you can do that. Yeah, that is nice. On top of that, the fact that you can make your own concoctions. You can like mix your regular lemonade with your pink lemonade. You can make ice cream with this thing. With this, we also got a couple of other features. So right here on the bottom, you can see we got clean and we have timer. Oh, we actually got a little protective cover on there as well. So if we were to shut this guy off, right now it's in standby mode. We can set it to clean. And that is going to run the auger for 180 seconds without running a chiller. So whenever we get done, we can just drain everything out of here, maybe run some water through there, and then we can clean this guy completely out. So very handy having that. We also have a timer. So we can set this for 1 to 12 hours. So if we're going to go out to a ball game or something like that, we can set this for a few hours, go to our ball game. Whenever we come back, we have a nice slushy made for us. So that is pretty cool. So a lot of functionality out of this little slushy machine. So yeah, overall, if you like slushies, this is going to be an excellent way to go.